all the spiritual anguish, all the existential crisis, all the philosophical inquiries, they need to happen from this space when you become centered, not full of filters, not full of prejudices, not filled with your head, but you have created a certain psychological distance. This is me watching everything unfolding. Everything, even the drama of my life, the whole of life, everything is unfolding and I'm simply a witnessing presence. And then allow slowly for a question to emerge, because if you sit like this not for 5 minutes but 1 hour, all sort of things will emerge. But you have become so calm and relaxed that you will allow a question to emerge. You just sit with it. Just sit with it. Maybe you will forget, the question will disappear, and an insight appears. What you had read in a book appears. What you had heard in a YouTube video appeared. And slowly, it's very slow, and it's not forceful, and it gives you some insights. But you wouldn't know if you wouldn't allow yourself to be quiet and sit with yourself. Sit comfortably and close your eyes when you're ready. Sit a little upright. Relax the space between the eyebrows. Soften your jaws and neutralize your facial expressions. Loosen your shoulders. Just be comfortable. Notice the normal, natural rhythm of your breathing. Don't alter the rhythm of your breathing. Maybe you're breathing soft, maybe deep, maybe shallow, maybe it's uneven, maybe it's rhythmic. Just don't interfere and watch how you are actually breathing. The more you relax totally, you will see that your breath will find its rhythm. Trust the intelligence of this body. Notice that you can effortlessly listen to the sound of my voice. And also other sounds. Notice that you can effortlessly witness the thoughts and images coming to your mind. All thoughts are welcome. We use everything as a tool. Allow any kind of thought to come in. Allow it to stay for as long as it wants to stay, and disappear whenever it wants to disappear, and replaced whenever it wants to be replaced by another thought. Remind yourself that you are the witness to the changing thoughts and images. Now let me ask you, are you aware? Not necessarily aware of the thoughts, of the feelings, of the sounds. Are you simply aware that you exist, that you are? Most probably you paused and said yes. Did you have to think about it? Or did you simply know that you are aware? What you did in your pause is you were in direct connect with yourself. You didn't have to think about it or derive it from past experiences. You simply, the most intimate and immediate experience of yourself was that I'm aware. This is presence. Aware presence. Aware of the sounds, aware of the thoughts, aware of traffic lights, aware of the change in scenery. You are simply witnessing and not identifying. All of this experiencing is happening now and here in total presence. Everything else is the coming and going in the field of presence. Thoughts are arising in presence, staying in presence, dissolving in presence. And if, even for a moment, you felt one with awareness, one with witnessing, you notice that there are no problems, that everything is absolutely all right, now and here. Only when you begin to identify with the content of your thoughts, begin to feel one with the content of your feelings, that the problems emerge. Thoughts and memories and experiences, they superimpose themselves on presence. But when you simply are a witnessing being, an aware presence, you see from your static point of observation the movement of everything else. You get in touch with the underlying quiet presence, quiet peace within. You're simply resting in your being, without questions, without answers, without doubts. This is where true inquiry begins, into the nature of self, into the nature of reality. Slowly open your eyes. I cannot promise you profound inner experiences in 5-10 minutes of meditation, but even if you had a glimpse of a moment of peace, calm, something very ordinary, but just resting in your being, then allow all your life's problems to be dealt with in this state of being, in the quiet, calm presence. Emotions will arise. In fact, if you have never done this, it will be in the beginning very hard, because when you are distracted and doing so many things, it's somehow manageable. But when you just choose not to do anything and just be like this for an hour or however long, you will be bombarded with everything, and you must allow this bombardment, because there is no other way. The only way is through. You cannot bypass this cleansing process by just listening to me or reading books or going for spiritual retreats or traveling to India and Tibet. It won't happen. You must sit with all that is inside you, all that is brewing and screaming for attention, all that is within you. Let it arise slowly in your attention, let it come to your attention, and then calmly, as much as possible, look at it. What is it? Why does it bother me? Why do I have a problem with it? What is it trying to teach me? Why is it still here? Why am I trying to push it away so forcefully? But if it's still here, maybe I haven't yet learned my lesson. And do this. Make it a ritual. Make it a sacred practice every single day. Sit for 20 minutes or as long as you can and allow this process without rushing, without the rush to resolve the issue. The resolving of the issue is in sitting with the issue. When the clarity comes from the deeper insight, then the action will emerge by itself, and you will find yourself doing it with the right amount of energy. But if you just act without any clarity, then you will just keep on acting and be endlessly busy. Give yourself 5-10 minutes if you cannot give more, but do it every single day. Every single day, sit with yourself. You don't even have to sit like this, sit on your chair, anywhere. But in those moments, you want to be open and spacious, really open and spacious, and allow, okay, someone's insult comes to the mind, your own wrong actions come to your mind, some unresolved issues come to your mind. Allow them to come. You cannot wait for your therapist to heal you. You cannot wait for your yoga teacher or a spiritual teacher to heal you. It's your job. And what all of these hard emotions that have been suppressed, what they don't like is they don't like to be seen. They like to be suppressed. They like to be pushed away. They like to be given labels and names. But all they don't like is to be gently looked into and say, yeah, the fact is that you are here and I embrace you. And I ask you to teach me, show me why you're here. The only way is to embrace the enemy and ask the enemy, why you want to kill me? Let's find out. Let's find out. Just because you want to kill me, I don't want to kill you. Can you understand what I'm saying? Do this process, and the more you will do this process, you will become so clear. I'm not bragging, okay? But I'm telling you because I've done this so long in my life that now in my life, when I'm sitting here, I have no troubles in my mind. Absolutely zero troubles. I have nobody I have to apologize to because I've done that. I have nobody whose apology I am waiting for. I have resolved that. I have no anger, no resentment with my parents, with my previous partners who have done whatever they have done to me, because I've sat with it so long and so deeply and so intimately and so openly, and I've cried and I've broken myself. But I've done this sitting alone like this. I've done this for so long that now when I sit, it's just peace within. It's just a spacious presence within. But you also have the same presence because it's not mine. We all share this presence. But your content of your experiences of life have been superimposed so much that it's never just, the water is not clear enough. It's never getting the opportunity to be settled because you keep on throwing rocks on it. So my invitation is to just go through this phase of dealing with all this, because on the other side it's very peaceful. On the other side it's very calm. And maybe you don't appreciate this peace and calm when you are 20, but if you're already 40, 50, 60, don't wait for your ex-husband or ex-wife to have a miserable life. Let them be happy. Don't have problems with your children now. Just go within, turn within, and see that all your seeking will dissolve within. You have enough intelligence to figure everything out by yourself. And I'm not saying to stop reading other people's books and stop following anything. I'm saying all of this is okay, but this is essential, because all of those things will be ripened here in being, in finding quiet, in finding quiet space for you externally and also internally on a daily basis. You may have, if you are already in this journey for long, and if you are nodding with me, then you already know that a desire to sit in meditation also eventually drops away, because all life becomes meditation. This act of speaking is as much meditation as it was when we were in the beginning sitting like that. Walking, hiking, dancing, singing, cooking, everything becomes an act, because now you're not burdened by past and future and whatnot. But all of this, no matter how much I say, will not be clear to you unless it's your own intimate, direct experience. So that's my invitation. Okay? So let's go deeper. Let me know in the comments if you appreciate this kind of content. And also, let me know if you would want me to talk about something else that's in your mind. I'll see you soon. Namaste. And if you're interested, let me show you the scenery a little bit. Let me go barefoot. Let's start from this corner. How much this can turn. So spacious, so peaceful. Let me show you this side as well. This spaciousness that is outside, the same spaciousness is within. The outer world, inner world, they reflect each other. Sorry for my sandals to come on the beautiful image as well. Yeah, beautiful. Maybe we can get rid of the sandals. Let's see. Bye bye, Teva. All right, ladies and gentlemen. Sometimes I'm afraid of a little bit too much intimacy here, like in this format, because I've gotten so used to speaking on camera. I don't feel anymore. If you remember in the beginning of the early videos, I used to say I'm talking to the camera. Now I think of so many of you that I remember from comments, and I feel like I'm talking to you. But sometimes I feel like it might appear too pretentious to act that way, but sometimes I can't help it, you know. So I'm really happy for what we've created here together, and I really want to go on in this journey together for a long time to come. And if it's 100,000 people who relate with this kind of work, content, being, living, then let it grow, man. Let it grow. Let it become millions. Maybe these people will become presidents and prime ministers and finance ministers and CEOs of different places. And maybe it might be a foolish imagination, but I can't help it. Maybe this world can be a better place. And it is already, right? If you and I are sitting here together and having this conversation and being, we're already making it a better place. So let's just keep on going. Okay. Feel very open after this talk and this meditation. So send me love. Come on, bring it on. Just write beautiful things in the comments, and yeah, let's be a little bit cheesy. Okay, let me say it today. I love you. Thank you. Bye.